When we look at Sri Lanka's non-aligned stance, this is a product from 1961, and at that time, the global structure was such that there were only two power blocks. Now, 60 years, 65 years later, it's no longer a two power block or even a single power block, but we're now seeing regional power blocks emerging, bilateral power blocks emerging. So Sri Lanka's non-aligned stance and non-aligned policy also has to evolve. And we no longer have the luxury in many ways of just burying our head in the sand and ignoring issues that are taking a place around us. So saying that means that we need non-alignment means that we can still stand on principle and ensure that Sri Lanka as our own national priorities are looked after, but also aligning ourselves with a region. And in this case, it would naturally be the Indian Ocean and the greater Asian region. A couple of weeks ago, Singapore's Foreign Minister Vivian Balakrishnan came out quite firmly condemning the closure of the Strait of Hormuz, saying that they stand on freedom of navigation. Now, similarly, Sri Lanka also needs to come out, but Sri Lanka standing alone and just voicing their opinion will only take us so far. We need to now move forward and look at building up regional voices for these matters, which will continue to ensure that non-alignment and the principles of the Bandung Conference, which led to non-alignment, continue to stand. Right, as you rightly said, a power as big as India, they themselves found that they were getting, to an extent, pushed around by the US. They were buying oil from Russia, then they had to stop, only to now be told that they can buy again. Similarly, we also need to understand that we have to be able to ensure that there is security and stability in our economy and our geopolitical stance to ensure that we are guarded against big power rivalry. So very quickly, the main thing I would say is we need to explore the option of energy independence and energy security. And by doing that, the easiest and clearest way I would go about it is through renewable energy. Now, we are focused so much on fossil fuels and where is our oil coming from, where is our petrol coming from, without realizing that Sri Lanka has in excess of 60 to 70 gigawatts of solar and wind energy in the country. This is more than enough to power us and to export to India. So that suddenly Sri Lanka becomes a renewable energy hub for the region. So this is something that Sri Lanka needs to navigate to ensure that we have a strong foundation when we drive our principled, non-aligned stances in when we're going forward dealing with what is definitely going to be an explosion of big power rivalry.